Hi, it is still on Filtered Conversation on Tourism in Africa on Cleveland. My name is Frank Idemudi, and as usual, encouraging you to keep signing up with us on www.cleveland.com. All right, today we are still on the series of feedbacks from FESTAC Africa 2023 destination Arusha in Tanzania. And this afternoon, I have as my guest Hanifa Wambura, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing, Smart Tours and Travels, Tanzania. You're welcome to the program, Hanifa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I always like to start with the introduction. Could you please tell us one or two things about yourself, what you do, work, and all that?
I'm so excited about this opportunity. My name is Hanifa Ademwambura. I'm a tour operator and I'm based in Director of Sales in Smart Tours and Travel. I've been in the industry for the past 9 years, but the 7 years I dedicate my life in hospitality, like working in a hotel. And my 2 years currently I work in tourism industry. And that's how I became a director of sales in Smart Tours. And we are thankful to be here today. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, but what prompted your interest in the area or in the sector of tourism?
In every part of area of tourism, because tourism has been my life. I grew up within the area, and I think it's my life, and I cope a lot of places in between.
I like it when you said tourism is your life, which means we'll have one or two things. We'll get to hear one or two things from you as in regards tourism. But now let's explore the role of tourism, okay, to the development of African and the East economy. Do you think it has roles to play? And if it has, can you please just outline them for us?
Tourism has a role to play in the growth of Africa because we're so rich of everything. We are very rich on everything, and we can grow if we have a total number according to expectation who come and visit us, and if we have a very planning target and a very supportive government support. If we have everything in between, we can reach that in 57%, I can say, in the growth of Africa.
So how would you rate the sector in Tanzania?
How do I rate the sector in Tanzania?
The tourism sector in Tanzania.
I will rate the 52% so far because we have been doing well and we cannot complain that far. And among the countries that we have been operating tourism even during the COVID. I think we are among the best of the countries that we have been operating tourism during the COVID time. So we cannot complain on that. We are grateful.
Right. Now, let's take a look at the just concluded FESTAC Africa destination Arusha, Tanzania. All right, your country hosted this year's edition. All right, so what was your experience like?
And I have to correct you from there. Actually, my country is hosting FESTAC for the second time.
Wow.
Last year, we had FESTAC in Zanzibar, and this year we have FESTAC in Arusha. So it's the second time in a row. And guess what? We are so lucky. And last year, I was attending personally 100%, even though this time I just went there just to see. But last time, because I'm basing in Zanzibar, I'm a tour operator basing in Zanzibar, even though I'm coming from Arusha.
Okay.
And this time it was happening in Arusha, but it was more than what we could say. FESTAC is connecting people. As far with my knowledge, FESTAC started in 1966 in Dakar, and then it was in Nigeria, and then it was Zanzibar, and then it was Arusha. So you could feel how blessed we can feel for us because it's a cultural and arts connection that bring tourism through cultural and art.
Mm.
So that's where we learn our cultures, and we learn how we have to sustain the cultural tourism between us. So we are very grateful for what FESTAC did to us, and it's a best opportunity that we could learn how to hold the cultural tourism forward.
All right, now let's look at the vision of bridging the African business sector, okay, for profitability of each African countries. All right, do you think tourism stand a better chance at us of getting that road done?
Yes, we do. You know, Africa, we have our unique features. We have a very unique from other countries in Europe and in other continents. So tourism can support us if we stay together. We plan some things that can promote more. As how we could see, you send for diaspora. If diaspora people could assist us to promote more of Africa, I definitely believe we can reach our targets. We can grow and we can reach there. That's what I could say.
Isra, let's take a look at your company, Dismantles and Travel. Can you tell us one or two things about your company?
Definitely, yes. Smart Tours and Travel, actually, we strive to restore, and we do want to enhance the natural environment. It's more like we want to invest on sustaining the natural and cultural tourism. We want to grow in a way that we will provide a visit to the visitors that they do come. And our biggest mission is to provide and to be the world best trusted company. And we do want to provide the service that it will be a tailor-made packages for our clients. And we want that to provide a very smart traveling service. As we are a smart tours, we want to provide a smart service.
Mm.
And we want our clients to feel at home. When they reach Africa, they have to feel at home. They don't have to feel they're in the foreign country. They don't have to feel they're the meeting, the strangers. They have to feel they're always at home. As they would say, like always, a heart, a home is where a heart belongs.
Exactly.
So with us, it's like your heart is with us, and it's where you will feel at home. We provide and we make clients to feel like they're really at home. We want them to experience what they could never experience. We make it travel magical, and we really do.
So in course of you guys having to fulfill these assignments and your visions and missions, are there challenges along the way?
I beg your pardon?
Are there challenges in the course of your day-to-day fulfilling of this mission?
Definitely, yes.
And let's get to there.
um, yes, currently the tourism industry has been very challenging. It's very demanding, and we have a lot. It's very competitive. We have a lot of competitors, so it depends with what you're standing for. The tourism industry has been very competitive, and I know it's not only here in Tanzania, it's not only in Africa. This is a global, it's a worldwide, and it just depends with what you're providing, what you're standing for, what are your goals, what are your mission and vision. It's what makes you stand there in the industry. So I know, in spite of the challenges we are going through, as long as we have our mission and vision, and we know what we want, because for us, we don't do tourism as a means of earning. We do it as a passion. What we want to provide to the society, to the community, to the people who want to visit us. It's what we want them to learn about us.
Exactly.
We are providing them the knowledge that they don't know. It's beyond all the tales they could hear. It's beyond all the tells. So we want to show them the experience of the really. If you're talking about Zanzibar, Zanzibar is it's beyond all the tells people they could tell. Zanzibar is magical. It's beyond everything. Talking about Tanzania, Tanzania we have a lot to offer. It's beyond all the tell they could hear. So we don't sell products. We provide experience.
You're so passionate about Tanzania. Let's get to hear about that one unique thing about Tanzania, and then let's also get to hear the different tourist attractions in Tanzania.
For instance, let's say it's not for instance, actually, it's a matter of fact. Mount Kilimanjaro, with the tells,
Oh,
they say that Mount Kilimanjaro belongs in Kenya, but in a honest way, it belongs to Tanzania. So people they have to learn the difference between the Mount Kilimanjaro being the Kenya thing and Mount Kilimanjaro being a Tanzania. And if not that, we have national parks that is among of the most best African national parks that we have. Mention Serengeti, mention Ngorongoro Crater. We could talk about Manyara. We could talk about Tarangire. And when we talk about Ngorongoro, you don't forget we have the Olduvai Gorge. So we have a lot more to offer that is different from any other country. We have a lot. We have the North Circuit, that we have the national parks, and we have the southern parts that we also have as national parks and a lot to offer. When you talk to the beach holiday, you come to Zanzibar, you can go to Pemba, you can go to the Mafia Island, and it's wow. We have a lot actually, and I'm proud being Tanzanian.
all right. What is that selling point? What is that unique thing? All right. For example, I'm a tourist that I want to visit Tanzania, and then your company, which is the Smartels, is coming on board to guide me through and all that. What is that thing? That particular thing? That's one thing that you will say to me as a tourist to get me interested in your destination.
Um, as I said earlier, for us, we don't sell it to attraction. We sell the experience that you could have. We sell the really experience because the experience that you'll have with us is the truly thing that you could expect, or it's beyond the expectation you could have. Smart tours offer the best of the local community and the local experience you could ever have. We have the direct communication with the locals. As our slogan says, it's what we sell and we give back to community. We sell directly. You could meet the local people. You could experience the local and everything. And it's one stop shop. You could have everything with us. If you want to come to Zanzibar and you want to visit Tanzania, we will be there for you for 24/7 hours. We will attend you. And we have the best team that are very experienced and they know what they're doing. They know the destination that they're selling. If I recommend a client to visit Arusha, I know they have a proper guide, a right person to direct them through Arusha, to direct them if it's through trekking. And when you come to Zanzibar, you'll meet me and you'll have the perfect way of visiting Zanzibar.
And I will be very glad to do that. And now let's look at government and positive or negative influence when it comes to tourism in Africa. You've mentioned most of the challenges you face there in Tanzania while trying to run your business. Now, how supportive is the government of Tanzania towards achieving your internal objectives?
We're very supportive, I could say. Basically, I will talk on my side as I'm based in Zanzibar. We have organizations that they are helping us out to reach our ears, what we have, our comments and our feedback that they could take to the government. And with this organization, they took our comments and they work on it. And the government is very supportive. We can go through some challenges with the taxation, it's worldwide, but with the globalization and everything, that it's a global thing with the taxation. But our government is very supportive. They can hear us, and I could say they are very, very supportive. And even our president went beyond having that project of a royal tour, just all to support us, to target more customers that they could come to our country. It was very helpful of her that she still supports us, and not only her, even our Zanzibar president, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi, is also very supportive with the sustainability tourism that now they're promoting. So very supportive.
All right. You agree with me that at the back of every potential tourist is the thought of conduciveness of destinations or the location they are visiting. So how conducive is Tanzania for tourism?
I could say Tanzania has been very conducive with the tourism. It's different, to say, with the statistics from 2021 to currently. It has been 72%. And it's a good move with a number that we were not expecting.
So is Tanzania a place that I can visit without fear of insecurity?
150% or 200% without worrying of security. I could say Tanzania have unique features on trust with the locals without judging whether you are a tourist or you are a local. They are very, very, very conducive on it, and it's 72%. I could say you are very secure. You can be very, very secure visiting our country.
I know you almost mentioned part of my next questions. Okay, now are there laws but I still want you to say one or two things about it. All right, now are there laws in Tanzania, okay, that protects or oversees the welfare of tourists or tourism?
Yes, it has. That's why every company that run it, every person or every organization that's run a tourism business need to have also insurance to make sure the clients will be secured and safe from the starting of the journey upon arrival till the end of the journey. So everyone will be safe. And there is a policy that everyone matters in our country. Everyone matters. And we matter for the people who are coming from outside. Because without you guys, our tourism, we won't only be doing a domestic tourism. We need to do international tourism. So if the country is not secure, we cannot do the international tourism. So it's the surface first, and then we come to the business. So it matters to us a lot.
All right, in growing this sector now, you've mentioned about Tanzania, and you and I know quite well that Africans had not actually gone into the point where we'll say, oh, we are fully reaping the fruits of tourism. All right, now, you are an expert, you're somebody in the field that spent years doing one or two things in the field. What will be your recommendation to the government of Africa in growing this sector?
It's a very important question, actually. Very important. You know, in the government, I do believe most of Africans, we have the government that they don't have people in the top management that they have been experiencing what we're experiencing from the ground. So they could make a decision from their experience they have through the education from the school, what they learned, what they taught, and what they're supposed to do. But they could have tried to do more of the research from the ground, what people are doing from the ground, and it could be more powerful for them to make decision on the top decision, because on the ground it's where people they have experience. It's where people they know which kind of the clients they're facing, which type of service clients they need, which type of productivity is supposed to be, where to like the infrastructure, because they cannot go everywhere. But as a local, as the ground handlers, we go everywhere, so we know where the infrastructure it's missing, where we need to develop, when we need to top, where we need to down, and so they could be sitting more with the people from which are more experienced to make them to the top, to reach the top destination that they're supposed to be, because it's us who knows where we need to fill in and where the markets will go next, because we communicate more directly to the clients more than how they could communicate with the clients. For them, they will be having the total revenue and the total number of the clients arriving. But if they could be collecting more of the experience and work on it genuinely, I think Africa is beyond the richest we could ever have.
All right, thank you so much, Hanifa. My last questions will go this way. From smart travels and tours to the potential tourists coming into Tanzania, what is your message for them?
Our message is we most welcome the clients from everywhere, and we are very willing to offer them the best service they could ever have. And we want to tell them that Zanzibar is the best holiday destination to visit, and Tanzania is the beautiful country, and they are most welcome. And whenever they have inquiry, they could contact Smart Tours, and they could visit our website at www.smarttoursandtravel.com. And any inquiry, we will be attending them within 2 hours, and the latest will be within 24 hours. And thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the program. All right, viewers, that's a package for today. Till another edition. My name is Frank Kalidemulia. Have a good day.